Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Mechwarrior Online, and this is an announcement video. As in, I am announcing that I am taking a break from playing Mechwarrior Online for an undetermined amount of time. First things first though, background footage is just there for your distraction while I talk about stuff. And another thing to note, if you cannot handle hearing critique of this particular game of Mechwarrior Online, you might want to stop watching at this point, because I'm going to critique the game rather heavily. And another thing to note is, just because I am stopping to play the game now, doesn't mean there will not be more videos coming for quite a while there still. Because I have a lot of footage recorded at the time of making this video still. What does a lot mean? Well, I have over 50 full-length community warfare matches. Hello, that's community warfare only, not counting all the solo drop footage I have. So I have a lot of footage still. I will turn a bunch of that into a bunch of videos. We'll see what all I do with the footage I right now have. So yeah. Anyways, let's get on to the reasons why I'm taking a break from the game again. I have taken basically two longish breaks. The first one, serious long break for a reason, was back when IGP was still in the picture and the game on the development front was not moving onwards like at all, and only thing coming out were buy this and this mech, oh here's some more mechs, buy these. Thankfully that has been dealt with and we have had some leaps in the development of the game, but some of the directions the game is going into I cannot simply agree with. And some of the fundamentals I would have wanted to see, well, adjusted, or at least, you know, done something to by this point, are still completely undone. Like, there is nothing done with those things. So, right, let's dive right into the meat of the business, I guess. So first big issue for me, ever since the very early parts of this game, has always been the new player experience. It is horrible, it is atrocious, it is garbage, it is bad. And I again saw it very short time ago, basically when I was again trying to get a couple friends to play the game with me and whatnot, and people who are not Mechwarrior fanatics, who are not into the battle deck universe to begin with, they just don't have much reason to stick to this stuff, other than, you know, trying it out, because it's free to try out, so you can just try it out and see that, okay. Let's draw some comparisons here. For example, if you put a new player into the handling of like World of Tanks, for example, the handling is simpler, the shooting mechanics are simpler, and so on. But also, those newer players, because of how the low tires in Mechwarrior Online have been designed, they see improvement on their tanks even in the first game. No matter how, if they lost or whatnot, they can probably research open a piece of an improvement essentially for their tank. You cannot do that in Mechwarrior Online at all, because you, for one, don't even have your own mechs unless you spend real money on it to buy some mech. Otherwise you just don't. You have these, you know, rotating free mechs you play, which you cannot change at all, and you cannot do anything with, basically. You cannot fiddle around with them, and you cannot upgrade them. Granted, you at least now can spend some of your real, well, XP into the pilot skills, but that doesn't really seem like such a big deal, right? They are small percentages and you're like, what the heck? Especially as a new player. Another thing is, because of the rotation mechs and whatnot, they are bad. It's like, majority of them are bad. And then you combine these two elements. You have a bad player, because of being brand new to the game, has no idea what to do, doesn't know maps, might be, you know, playing a lot of other games, but just this is different, right? And you combine that with a bad mech design. Like horrible mech design in many cases on the freaking mechs. And that is a complete disaster ground right then and there. And if new players get completely and utterly dominated and owned, because, well, veteran players who know maps, know how their mechs function, and have fully upgraded mechs they have actually put together themselves for the builds they want to try and all that stuff, yeah, this is not fun for new players. Then you combine this with the fact that you really cannot play with your newbie friend in a group. Because if you, add them into your party, your team, your group, and you jump into a group queue, just the two of us, and you end up being paired against 10-man teams and whatnot, and completely and utterly dominated and stomped, is this fun for a new player? No, it is not. Not at all. If I throw another comparison here, I have been able to draw people who have never played any MOBA games at all into Heroes of the Storm very easily. The mechanics are kind of difficult. It is still a MOBA game. You are supposed to have kind of fast reactions and whatnot, and map awareness and all these things, which new players don't have. But the new player experience is easy. It is straightforward. It is very well done. And of course, combined with the fact that when you, well, are playing as a new player, it doesn't take long to unlock the extra talents, or as soon as your account level is 25, you have all the talents open for whatever hero you happen to be playing, whatever hero is on the 3-week rotation. And those heroes are complete. When you pick one of those heroes, you have the talent. Once you have all the talents open, the damn hero is complete. You don't need to spend gold or C-bells or anything to upgrade the damn heroes. So this is big, and probably the biggest reason why I'm right now jumping out of this game again. I tried to get another friend in here with me, but frankly, the new player experience is horrible, and they have had how many years of time now to fix it, do something about it. But apparently they are all happy with the player base they already have. Alright, the other thing is all the bugs which have been in here since the beginning, which are still in here completely, untouched. There's a pilot scale pinpoint which still doesn't do nothing. It was toyed around back in the alpha when there was this whole, well, when all this conspiracy, blah, whatever, I'm mistaking words now. Anyways, you can know what that pilot skill does probably. Convergence, that's the thing. When that was a thing, and it has been removed, basically removed from the game, and this pilot skill has been sitting here for people to unlock forever, and it has not done anything for years, and it is still there. Another thing which is still here is the whole breaking of the hitboxes of mechs by fluttering your jump jets, but it's like watching a butterfly when you watch a Timberwolf, like pro Timberwolf player. Walking forward and constantly spamming spacebar so that his mech looks like it's like jittering around, so the damage goes all over the place and whatnot. And this is good gameplay somehow? No, it is not. This isn't something which should have been fixed ages ago. All you had to do, considering they have done this whole pop-tart fixes and whatnot, all they had to do was implement, because it's a battle deck game and they want to for some reason stick certain numbers out of the battle deck, as they claim. Anyways, they should have just made it so that when you are jumping, as in your jump jets are active, you cannot fire any weapons. And make it so that you cannot fire any weapons until about 1 second after the jump jets are deactive. That would have fixed the pop-tarting to begin with, which was an issue for a while, and then they went back and did some weird hotfixes and all the other things. And it could have been easily dealt with by doing just that. Anyway, that the whole flutter mech business, the feathering of the jump jets, that is utter and complete garbage. If that is somehow supposed to be an enhancement for the gameplay, it is not. And then let's talk about a bit about the whole balancing which has been going on now for a while, over half a year, with all the quirks and stuff. I basically stopped playing Inner Sphere Max as soon as the quirks were rolling out, because I love to try out stuff. I am a person who takes things other people consider trash, builds, mechs, what have you, and I make them work. And that is where I have the most fun. I take something which everyone's like, oh, that doesn't work, it's a complete worthless mech. In this case a mech, because it's a Mechwarrior Online. I take it and I make it freaking work. I did this with Commando back in the day, before Commandos even moved freaking 150 kph. What not? I made Commando work, I was very good at it. So on. And now, with all these quirks being put in, I don't feel like I can play many of the mechs anymore. Firstly, because most of the mechs are now pigeonholed into using certain weapon only. That completely kills me from trying out various different builds and whatnot. And also because the quirks essentially change the weapon systems and the mechs so much that I have to relearn every single weapon system. If on one mech my AC-20 shoots at 400 meters, and on the other mech an AC-20 still shoots at 270 meters, there is just something wrong, and I have to relearn all these mechanics when I'm moving between mechs. Of course, now quirks are moving on to the clan mechs now as well, and I'm like, oh my god, please no, because I would like to play my mech as it is. If they really just wanted people to play unpopular mechs, all they had to do was put in a percentage C-bill and XP bonus on that mech, on that chassis, on those variants, based on how little it has been played for last week, and make those freaking things, those percentage numbers, for example, reset every week or something. It's like, yeah, suddenly you have had people notice, oh cool, there is a 25% C-bill increase, or however big cap they would have put on it, on playing a freaking Commando this week. I'm gonna play freaking Commandos. So suddenly would have had all the sorts of, you know, unplayable, bad mechs running around, because people would have been rewarded for actually playing them. Instead, now they are trying to balance those mechs, all the bad, horrible mechs, to actually be competitive, and that doesn't work. That never works in games, in all honesty, because you always have a few things which are perceived to be above the rest. It doesn't matter if they actually are better than the rest. What matters is that they are perceived by majority of the player base to be above the rest. And no matter how much you buff and nerf, there is always going to be a few mechs. Those mechs might change, those tanks might change, those heroes might change, which are seen as above the rest. But it doesn't matter, you'll always have them. There is no real reason to try to buff absolutely everything. And then you will obviously have worse mechs. You will have worse tanks, worse heroes, whatever have you in each freaking game. Trying to buff them just a little bit, so that they might be in competitive range, or might be in desirable range. That is the better wording for it. That's a good idea, alright? That is a good idea. But this whole quirk business just, you know, slams a fist into the face of any new player. Because not only do they have to learn now the maps, the mechs, all these things, have to first unlock some mechs of their own so they can fiddle around with them too. But now they also have to figure out what the hell these quirks do. And no, that is just not workable for any new player to the game. And this is getting really annoying. For me too. I don't know. Ugh. Anyway, Anyway, I think I'm done rambling on about Mechwarrior Online for the moment. Thank you very very much for watching. Like I said, I'm taking a break from playing the game. Let's see if in a year or something, whenever because I will keep checking up on the game overall from time to time and all that stuff, because to see if there is something new, something interesting to get me to come back. But frankly, with the direction the game has been going on for the last year or so, I just don't see that there is suddenly something which draws me back in here. Community Warfare kind of did it, some of the clan mech stuff did it, all these things, but now, I don't know, there is so many little things which have not been addressed. I mean, when was the last time we actually had a new map, right? Like, sure, Community Warfare brought the Community Warfare maps, but actual new map. We have had reskins of certain maps and so forth, and, well, whatever. It's like, there is so little going on, in all honesty, and all this time is now being put into the quirks, which could have gone, in my honest opinion, could and should have gone into actually enhancing the already existing gameplay. The quirks, I don't feel like does that very well. Anyway, thank you very very much for watching again. I'll see you folks another time, and as a quick reminder, this is not going to be my last Mechwarrior Online video. Like I said, I have a lot of footage. There will be more, just not going to play anymore for now.
Target acquired. Warning incoming.